Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shire,
I'm Josh Dome.
and we have a guest today, a Wycliffe boys bowling coach, Don Hill.
Easy for you to say.
Not really. not really. You've known me long enough, Don. No. So, if I can butcher the English language, I will.
Yeah.
Straight out of Wycliffe, baby.
You know it. So Don's the boys bowling coach. His wife, Vicky, is the girls bowling coach. She couldn't join us. But shout out to them. They had a nice year. They were in districts.
Yep.
They made it to districts. Finished 8th. That's a good, that's a good year.
Right.
The boys finished. Did the boys finish 8th also in districts?
At districts, they were 7th.
Okay, 7th. And boys bowler, senior, our technical producer,
Yep.
who isn't here again.
Our semi-technical producer, part-time.
He's not here.
Our part-time.
He's not here. But we'll still talk about him anyway.
Yeah.
We will. Yeah. We let him at the table during the Super Bowl.
I know. Yeah, you guys got to see his face once, and then
I
back
know.
to the dungeon for him.
Our camera survived. But so now, Tony, he made it to States.
Correct.
He's a good bowler.
He actually placed first at districts.
Yes, he did. He won the district,
Yep.
singles wise.
Mhm.
Yes, he did. 650, was that 667?
667.
Yes, and and he didn't bowl the best he can
No.
either.
No, he had a rough first
He
game.
was under 200 the first game.
Yeah,
right?
he
It
was,
was 192, I think.
192, right? And then he came back with a 213.
Yeah, and then he had that game.
Then
big
he had
game.
a 240 game.
Yeah.
That helped him out.
He bowled well. Like he, you've been down there before. It's been a while since a Wycliffe someone went down.
Yeah, it was Susanna Tippin in 2017, I
Okay.
believe.
What's the pattern there?
Well,
I think the pattern is.
the pattern doesn't have a name.
Oh, it doesn't?
No,
Because I
it's-
know there are several names.
Yes. Yeah, there's the
not
shark.
it's not the Mexico
cheetah.
City.
No. Route 66.
Is that a real one?
What, Mexico City?
I heard someone say that one. It's not-
It might
could
be.
be.
It could be a kegler shot.
Yeah, Kegler.
Well, that's what they call them.
That's what, yeah.
There you got the pro sports shot and then the kegler shot.
Yeah.
It's for the amateurs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a name, but it's heavy oil and it's 41 feet long.
Okay, 41. And for our viewers that don't know, lifetime bowler here. How long is a lane, Don?
60 feet.
Okay.
Tim, just remember, same as the pitcher's mound, all right?
Oh, okay.
Just remember.
Well, it's not.
6 feet,
Okay,
6
so
inches.
60
I know.
So
but-
6 inches shorter than
Yeah,
the pitcher's mound.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's right to the head pit.
Doesn't it look longer, Josh?
It does.
It
Optical
looks
illusion.
longer.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, that's something. Okay, so like it could be one of those patterns that you mentioned.
No,
is this?
no.
No.
Those are.
Are they going to throw down? Are they going to throw down the? Are they going to throw down the? I'm trying to think here. Are they
Come
gonna-
on, Tim.
The
I
Caracas
smelled
pattern.
something burning.
The Caracas pattern, or which one? What are they throwing down? Are they going to throw down a pattern from like Russia?
No.
No.
No, it's just
It sounds pretty
it-
simple.
It's heavy oil.
Okay.
Heavier than a regular house shot,
Okay.
and it's 41 foot long.
Okay.
It's got 32 feet of reverse oil, which is the oil that makes your ball slide,
Okay.
and the
It's a little heavy.
forward oil is the oil that makes it stay.
It's a little heavy.
Slide and stay. So my whole life I've bowled in that kind of oil because my bowl does nothing.
Tim, your bowling needs a little.
So what you're
Oh.
telling me it has nothing to do with the oil can.
No.
Okay.
But
I like honesty. I like honesty.
in summary, he'll probably do pretty well in the pattern.
Okay.
Because he,
You think so?
Because
Okay.
he has a lot of revs.
You
so
bowled with him a lot.
He just has to get around it. Yeah, he'll be. He should be fine.
It's
all comes
always
down-
funny when
you
it's
know-
always funny when he tries to tell me about like the pattern.
Oh,
Like he'll come and he'll like discuss it with me like I know what he's
yeah.
talking about.
What do you
And-
say?
Yeah. Or you'll adjust, Tony. You'll adjust. Or he tells me what kind of ball he's using. I'm like, I have
Even better.
I have zero.
You throw a plastic ball.
I guess. Is that what I throw? I don't even know. Paul Frady, the pro shop guy, told me he bowled with me when we were kids, so he knows. He's well aware. I said, Paul, I don't want to spend a lot on the ball, and you know what kind of bowler I am. So, what can you get me? And there's this ball sitting over to the side, and he's like, I think this is what you need, Tim.
The storm ice.
Did it have like 3 feet of dust on it?
Oh, it was. So I bought it, and and hey, I'm up to I'm probably up to about 122 now.
There you go, Tim.
Yeah, I was the most
All
pins over
improvement.
average the night we won the championship.
That's all improvement.
Yeah, first half champion.
But
First half championship.
all
yes.
in all, back to
Back to high
states.
school.
Back to states.
Yes, back to states.
As your broadcast partner and
Yes.
our former co-host, Chuck Kolchuk would say it's
Oh,
all
yes.
about the spares.
It's
Yes,
all
it
about
is.
the spares. It is.
Got to make your spares.
And Tony knows that now. Remember when he was a freshman?
Yeah.
How didn't I get a strike there?
Don't worry about it.
I'm
Get
not
your
getting
spare.
the spare because I'm so shook up I didn't get a strike.
Yeah.
And now, excuse me. Now he's just it doesn't even. I mean, when he leaves the split, but he makes splits like they're
Oh my God!
the
He
side
did
pin.
that
Yeah.
4-6. What, the 8-10 or Jesus?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he made the 8-10. He made the 4-6. 4-10.
Yeah, he just was, and it was crazy. Like
Yeah,
even he was stunned by
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This year was a pretty good year for him making spares.
It really was. It
Making
really
splits.
was. Splits,
Yeah.
yeah. There was like 3-4 matches in a row where he just, it was crazy.
Pulled it out of his behind.
Yeah, it was very impressive. So, well, let's move on a little here. You could talk about some of this with us, Don. We always like to have somebody different than our opinions, or they might have a different opinion. New York Mets pitcher Chris Bassett tweeted the other day about cheap owners. And then it came out a couple days later that the average salary for a major leaguer now is $4.43 million a year. Okay, I don't give a crap that Chris Bassett is a local guy. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? If he was from Wycliffe, I'd be disappointed in him.
Uh-huh.
Like, look, you're making more money than almost every fan in that stadium will ever see.
You're making more
And you're
money
complaining?
than all the Wycliffe combined.
Yeah, and you're complaining?
Jesus, come on, man. Come on.
That's ridiculous.
I know, it just sucks to be a millionaire. I mean,
So, he complained that they make $100 million in revenue. Okay.
They got to split that between what?
Exactly.
25 guys?
Well, and think of this
A
too.
lot more.
Oh, profit.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to say they make $100 million in profit.
Oh.
All right. Well, guess what, Chris? You're going to make $100 million or more in your career, so you're allowed. But let me ask this question. You worked for corporations.
Yeah.
I mean, you work for the school system now, so there's
Yeah.
not profits. But you work for corporations. Don, did you get 40% of the profits?
No.
No. Baseball players do.
Yeah.
Josh, you work for a corporation. Same one that I do.
Yeah,
We won't mention
that
the
is
name.
true. No, that is
Do we get 40% of the profit, Josh?
true. No.
No.
Not even
So
close.
maybe he should shut his mouth and live in the real world a little bit.
Yeah.
Because who gives a crap what you think at this point? No fans want to hear you whine
Yeah.
No.
with the contract you have.
No.
No.
He's not even, it's not like he's one of the least paid players, not even close to it. Like,
Exactly.
come on, man.
And he's injured. He's
You
been
got-
injured.
You got players on your team that are making less than you, and they're not complaining. Come
No.
on, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, so I just had to talk about
I
that.
know. I
because
used to
that just-
respect him too
No,
as a pitcher.
I did too, and then I saw that, and I'm like,
know.
"You're done.
Yep.
You're done in my mind."
You're done at
You're done. I hope.
Tim's
when-
book is closed.
Oh, it's gone. It's closed. Yeah, glue. Let's put some glue in there because it's over.
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla, I've got some in the house.
That's good stuff.
That's really this table. This table is
Yeah.
held together
By
by
Gorilla Glue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this table
wait,
might look beautiful
who broke
on
that table?
on there. He's bowling in states on Saturday. Yeah, he did. So we'll just
And let's move on.
So if Tony watches this, he may not be able to bowl Saturday because he might be so mentally crushed. You know we're just joking, Tony. You know it.
No, he's gonna go out and bowl great.
Yep. That's
so,
what I'm praying for.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
damn.
am too. So since
Sounds
we
like
got
last year, buddy.
since we got we're on baseball, the pitch clock.
Yeah.
What have you thought so far? Have you watched it? Been able to watch any
Yeah,
spring
I
training
watched
games?
one spring
What do you
training
think,
game.
Don?
I think it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Just let the pitchers pitch. I mean, if you want to regulate how many times they can step off the rubber, fine. But just let them pitch.
Okay.
You're disrupting their rhythm, and rhythm is a big part of pitching. So
What about you, Josh?
I gotta say, Tim, me, because I'm a little biased as a baseball fan, to the point where I love the game how it was, and I think, I don't think it needs to be sped up, me personally. I mean, a lot of fans may think that, okay, but I haven't been able to watch this in action yet, but I just think, like Don said, rhythm is huge when you're pitching, and you're not going to see I don't think you're going to see as much great pitching anymore.
Okay. Here's a question, Josh.
Okay.
For you.
Okay.
You went to several captains games last year.
Yes.
Was the game any different to you?
It was a little bit. I did
Exact
notice
same
a little
rules
bit.
we've seen in the spring. I gotta say, I've watched it 2 years, and you know me, I'm a baseball purist,
Yeah.
and I can't stand Rod Manfred. Can't
Most people
stand
can't.
him. Okay. I think I was against it at first, but I actually pitchers can adjust. Who has come out and said he liked it? What pitcher? Max Scherzer.
That was Max Scherzer.
I'm good
I did
with
see
it.
that.
I'm good with it then.
I did talk. I
If
did
Max
talk
Scherzer
about that
said it,
a
I'm
little
good.
bit. Yeah, I did
It-
talk about that a little bit
and
the
that's
other
it.
day on my show. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Max Scherzer he's the best pitcher in baseball still, right now.
Okay.
I still think he is.
Okay.
His demeanor, everything about him.
Yeah, and when whatever team has him at that time is just waiting for that day that he's going to pitch, because they know he's either going to be dominant or he's gonna keep you in the game no
He
matter
really
what.
is.
No matter what. I mean, almost
He
every
was
game.
sweating and throwing his hardest at the All-Star game. Okay, like this, and he's fine with it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something: these batters, they need something to keep them in the box, because look, in 2 years I never saw a batter get a strike called on them in the minor leagues, because
Wow.
they're kept in the batter's box in the minor leagues already. They're coming from high school where you have to stay in the batter's box.
yeah, you have to keep 1 foot.
So they were fine with it, but you got these major league guys that step out every pitch, and they're getting caught. They're getting caught now.
Yeah.
So I like it. So you have 2 don'ts and one
I
does.
got to see it more.
I like everything but the pitch clock itself. I mean, like I said, you call them for stepping off the rubber. What is it? 2 times?
Two times,
they're
yeah.
allowed,
Yeah.
and then the 3rd time it's called a ball
Yeah,
or a ball. Is it a ball
balk
or a
or a
balk?
ball?
a balk.
Balk.
Yeah.
Yeah, balk.
And
Yeah.
whatever. But let them get into their rhythm. I think the Guardians are going to see a lot more home runs against them this year.
Why?
There was a lot against them last year.
Well, the Guardians are
I don't think so.
The Guardians were one of those teams that did take a lot of time to pitch
But-
the ball.
But
Especially Shane Bieber.
let's remember something. Most of those pitchers, well, not most of them. Okay, McKenzie,
Mhm.
and the guys who will be coming up and making up the staff once they trade Bieber,
You're
which they will.
They-
and once
no,
they
I
either
can- yeah, they
once they
probably
either
will.
trade or release Plesac,
Yeah, Plesac. I
Um,
think Plesac had to go. He's got to go.
All those guys that are in the minor leagues, they've dealt with the
Yeah.
pitch clock, so they know
Yeah.
how
That's
to deal
true.
with it.
That's true.
Mackenzie dealt with the pitch clock.
That's true. He still
Well,
does
for
take.
one-
He takes his
fine.
time.
1 year.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
still
they-
he still did take his time pitching though.
But you
his
know,
last year.
I don't think it's going to affect as much as people think.
Okay. I just got to see it. I just got to.
Yeah,
see
we'll
it.
see.
What is it? 20 seconds?
20 seconds if a
Okay.
runner's on base, 15 seconds if a runner isn't on base, and the batter has to be in the batter's box. He's got 7 seconds if nobody's on base. He's got 12 seconds if somebody is on base because of pitch. It's got when it gets to 8 seconds, and
Right.
the umpire wears a belt, a buzzer
Mhm.
that lets him know that it's at 8 seconds.
Wow.
The good thing I think is the pitch clock is not going to be on the TV screen,
Okay.
Okay.
so you're not going to know.
Okay.
Which is
that's
better.
good. That is better.
Because we don't
Yes.
need all the fans
No.
judging every pitch.
Right?
No, I
You
don't-
know,
yeah,
that's
I
not
don't
good.
Need, I don't need to see the pitch time
No.
around there. I don't.
And
need
I
to
don't
see
even,
that.
I honestly, covering games, I'm not even, the pitch clock, like, isn't even part of my, honestly, it's on the scoreboard at Classic Park, so I would see it, but I wouldn't look at it. I would hardly ever look at it. You know, it was so far out of my head. You know when I realized that it was on the field? When we played there
Really?
in 2021, and I'm like, oh, there is a pitch clock behind home plate.
Really?
I never realized it.
Really?
Like, yeah, so if you don't realize, I think people realize it right now and they're aware of it, so it seems like it's affecting it. I really don't think it affects it that much. That's my mind.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We'll see.
You know, yeah, we'll have to see. Well, you know, I hope there's more stolen bases.
Yeah.
Well, with the
I
bigger
hope-
bases, there should be.
Yeah,
I hope so.
want because that's definitely a fun part of the game that you'd like to see.
It is,
Like
yeah.
that's
when we
that's
were
something
young,
I'd like to
stolen
see.
bases were big.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you go back. Like I saw this statistic. It's something crazy. Like if a player averages like I don't know, was it 30, 40, whatever stolen bases for like 28 seasons straight, they're still not going to catch Ricky Henderson.
No.
Like that is
He had like
crazy.
1,200, didn't he?
That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane to me.
Yeah, he stole over 100
Yeah.
at least 4 times.
That's
I
crazy.
think.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
He's got the season record and the
yeah.
career.
All-time.
And now, and
I
now
am the
it's-
greatest when
and,
he
yeah,
held the
and now
base.
it's rare to see guys going 30 stolen bases a year.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh, yeah.
that's what's great.
Yeah.
Now, 30 bases a year.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have loved it, Josh. You would talk about karma. You know, Ricky Henderson was great. He's a great baseball player,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I understand, he's a nice guy. He just likes himself very much.
Oh,
And
okay.
the day he stole the base to break Lou Brock's record,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he holds the base up. They give him a microphone. He holds the base up. You know, he says, "I am the greatest." You know,
Really?
we know that, Ricky. We
Oh,
know.
jeez,
we know
yeah.
you are. Okay.
Oh,
You know what's
jeez.
great? It was a day game.
Uh-huh.
Later that night,
Mm-hmm.
Nolan Ryan becomes the oldest man in baseball history to pitch a perfect game. Overshadows him. It was
Yeah.
so good. It was
He
so
is
good.
the greatest.
It was just so good.
I mean, if there is a GOAT in baseball, it's got to be Nolan Ryan.
He's so good. And people don't give him respect.
No, not
I'm
enough.
in a lot of these
Not
pages
enough.
on Facebook that talk baseball, and the things people say about him is unbelievable.
I know, it's crazy.
The guy is great.
yeah.
He was great.
and you know, like his story of getting there is just crazy.
Yeah. The scout's car broke
Yep,
down
Broke down.
when he was going to
Stopped at
look
a
for
lo-
somebody else.
Stopped at a
and he
local
watched,
game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
watched the game before the tow truck got there, and he saw Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
That's insane.
That's
That was
unbelievable.
a high school game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in Texas. So okay, so we'll move on.
All right.
It was a pretty good, it's been a quiet week with the Guardians at spring training. George Valera got hurt yesterday.
No.
Hurt the wrist. That he
Really?
just had repaired
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
on a swing.
Ah.
And it looked like it hit his wrist and ricocheted at the same time as he swung.
Mm,
They're not sure. They're gonna wait a few days, see if swelling goes down or whatever. But he
Yeah.
might have to have surgery again. So he's gonna miss probably half the season. It's a hamate bone.
At least.
The hamate bone.
Yeah.
That's not a good. Yeah. That's not
No,
good.
and wrist injuries, they can be tough in
They
baseball
can,
because
yeah.
that affects your swing a lot.
Yeah.
I was just watching. I hate to go off topic again, but
Go on.
I was just watching a little.
Not that we
video.
ever do that on
No, I know.
Never.
No,
Oh,
but I was
never.
watching a little video about Ty France, like his second half of the season, and a lot of people just say that that he just played bad, which he did. But there's other guys that are saying it was his wrist that really messed him up. So I don't know. I think a wrist could be a very important injury.
Maybe you shouldn't act so arrogant.
No, I know, but
He's
still,
very arrogant.
But still,
He's very arrogant.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right, though.
But
the wrist
he's
is
still a good,
very
he's
important
a
for
good
hitting.
baseball player.
He's
yeah.
a good baseball player.
Yeah.
He's got power I don't like when he plays the Guardians.
Yeah.
So,
Well, just when the Mariners play the Gardens.
yeah.
Jeez.
Boy, they cleaned up against them last year. They look like they... Oh, my... It was unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on there. Hopefully he's okay.
Steven Kwan over Julio Rodriguez. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Where'd that
No
come
doubt
from?
about it. No
Is
doubt
that a
about it.
plane?
It's a bird.
Oh,
Bird.
jeez. All right.
Yes, we know Stephen Kwan's better than him.
All right.
We know it. So let's go on to. We'll talk the NFL for a second here.
No.
I guess
we don't even have to.
I guess the Jets are talking to David Carr. It's just they're just talking. He's just letting them think that he wants to go there. He talked to the Panthers at the combine too.
Oh.
We know his real destination.
Tampa.
We know his real destination. It's Tampa. Well, yeah, they cut playoff Lenny yesterday, so
Really?
yeah, so that's good.
You didn't like playoff Lenny?
Well, I just don't think he was as good as people. People act like he mattered so much. I don't think he did.
No.
And
I
his-
feel like if you go somewhere else, he might play very well.
Oh, he's still good, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it looks like Zach Wilson's days might be done there in old New York.
I'm gonna have to change my fantasy football name there in that league.
Well, you could have your team could have the same name.
No, I had the
It's
worst.
just going to be a second or third string player.
I've never had that bad of a season. I've never had a
You were-
losing
yeah,
season
it
in
was
fantasy
bad. It
football
was not
until
good,
then.
was it? Yeah.
I never had a losing season until
By the
then.
way, speaking of fantasy, did you see? We've got 16 teams for the pitching league this year.
Really?
16 teams.
Are you gonna make it head to head?
Oh, it's going to be head to head. It's
Okay.
going to be 4 divisions.
Okay.
Before it was only 4 teams made the playoffs. Now it's going to be 6.
I
4
like
division
it.
winners
I
and 2
love it.
wild card.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love
So,
it.
Yes. We got our 16th yesterday.
Pitching league is probably my second favorite league that
Isn't
I'm
that
in.
something?
Out of like all 12 like year-round leagues or
Really?
whatever that I'm in, pitching league's got to be like my first or second favorite league.
I like the pitching league and the defense league in football.
Defense
we
league
just
is
have
fun.
defensive players.
Yeah, Tony kind of screwed me there. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep. Should have had back-to-back championships, but it's okay. I'm not salty about it or anything.
Tony, wow. He
Did he win that league?
No.
Okay. Because he made the playoffs and
He was playing me.
Tampa 2 won
It's
that?
sad. No, in the regular league.
Oh, okay.
He had DeMar Hamlin,
Oh my god.
and he had other players in that game. I beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He hadn't lost.
Tim.
He was undefeated the whole year.
Oh my god. I had Joe Burrow in that game for Tommy's league, and I got kicked out of the playoffs because of that.
Yeah.
I was going.
And remember,
I was
they
going
won
to the
like a
Super
week
Bowl.
and a half before deciding whether they were going to count it or not. Yeah.
They should have just counted the stats for fantasy.
That's because the Browns have Joe Burrow's number for some reason.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So he. And John Johnson, the greatest defensive back that ever lived, when he signed with the Browns, I was basically told that because he had playoff experience. How'd that work out? Yeah, it didn't. He's gone. Goodbye. See you when you're an All-Pro somewhere else, and you will be, I hope.
Yeah,
So
it's man,
yeah.
the amount of Browns players that become
nothing against you, John Johnson.
the amount of Browns players that become Pro Bowlers after they leave is insane.
We can always use secondary help in Tampa.
Yeah, you'll take them.
Yep, I will. And you know who else I'll take? If they can't get a quarterback, I'll take Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
I think he could make the playoffs with that team. I think
With
he
the
can.
team around him, he probably could
Yeah.
because he'd have a really solid defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just got to get a better offensive line for him.
Yeah, they have a good offensive line.
they do.
Ryan
They
Jensen's
they
back.
Ryan
will be
Jensen
back.
got
Oh,
back the
that's
last
right.
game. You couldn't
Yeah.
expect him to be.
No, but he'll be fully
yeah.
healthy, and then
And if they
You
get
know.
rid of Donovan Smith, they're better.
you got
'Cause
what?
he's terrible.
Yeah. Tristan Wirfs.
Tristan
Did
Wirfs.
he get?
yeah.
Did he get
He
hurt?
got hurt in the Browns game, but then he
Oh,
came
is
back
he-
like 2 weeks later.
So he's all right. He'll be all
Yeah,
right?
he got wheeled off. He got taken
Yeah,
off
he
on
did.
the card. It looked
he
bad.
did. It did look bad.
It looked
I was
bad.
scared because I love Tristan.
Oh yeah,
Wirfs.
Tommy was scared too.
Yeah.
Tommy had to grab me by the jacket. I was ready to jump off the roof. Percentage.
Jeez. What about
Yeah.
what's the other guy? Ali Marpet.
He retired.
Really?
When he retired, well, he retired before the season.
Oh, jeez.
That was huge.
I didn't even know.
And then Alex Kappa went to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, and that was huge.
They'll
too.
probably draft an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They're
They'll be
very
all right.
good at that.
They'll
They're
be
good
all
at
right.
offensive line.
They'll
yeah.
be all right.
So that's enough NFL.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's enough NFL. So what do we got here? Oh well, JB Bickerstaff on the hot
On
seat.
the hot seat,
On the hot seat.
which is kind of scaring me.
Yeah.
So I love JB.
Yeah,
but,
I do too.
But if you're not going to win games,
Yeah, and maybe they should have improved more. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what'll happen.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope he doesn't get fired.
no, I
He's been there.
hope so too.
You know, he went through everything building this.
Yeah.
But hasn't he had injury?
No,
Problems?
last year they
Yeah.
used injuries, but now it's starting to show that some of the same things that happened last year are happening again this year.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say it because it'll come out eventually, the whole thing. But the Kevin Love thing isn't what they made it to be. So, he probably should have still been here.
Yeah. But he's getting some valuable
Yeah.
playing time over there in Miami.
So, but with that being said, I hope that he's here next year, because if
Yeah.
he's here next year, that means they had a successful playoffs. Things went well, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't want to have to worry about is there going to be another coach? What are they going to do here?
See the Browns all over again.
Yeah, we don't want that. We go through that. We go through that from September to December. We don't need to go through that, you know, in the other months when the other
Right.
teams are playing. You know, but I think we've covered the topics. Now it's time for the dad jokes.
yeah, you guys know I was
And
praying for one this week.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Once again, when was needed, in the dad joke universe, Scott Tennant came through.
Oh, okay.
He posted a couple from his calendar,
Okay.
and I'm going to use them.
All right. Hey, the ones that you get
thief.
the ones you get from other people are the
Oh.
good ones, Tim.
Yeah,
Those
I mean,
are
I
good
got one
ones.
from Mike Fink, the original
Yep.
dad joke.
And that's
Yeah.
that's still my
Yeah.
favorite. That's still my
Oh,
favorite.
It was really. I can't
was
remember
good.
what it was.
Oh, it was the colon one, Tim.
Oh, the colon
Uh-huh.
one. You heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what my favorite was? The one where we the two guys were in the garage, and the guy says, "Oh yeah, that's my stepladder,"
yeah, that.
and the other guy says, "Wow, that's nice. I never knew my
Real
ladder."
yeah, something like that. Yeah. That one.
Something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
love that
I
one.
thought that
too.
was a good
That
one.
was a good one. That was
I thought
definitely a
that
good
was
Tim,
one.
you had to remind me. I got a colonoscopy coming up.
Oh, jeez.
Just
Oh,
gotta
well.
tell you.
Okay, sorry.
He said, I'll tell you.
Sorry. Oh, Josh brought that one up. So don't blame me.
Okay. Josh.
Tim.
This NHL the NHL trade deadline is like trades every 10 seconds. I've been getting alerts this whole show. It's like unbelievable.
Oh, jeez.
They're crazy with their trade deadline.
Yeah.
Blue
Without further
Jackets
ado-
traded their goalie,
Oh, really?
Jonas Korpisalo.
Wait.
Traded him to the Kings.
Do I have that guy in fantasy?
You might.
I might have that guy.
I had him.
Oh,
You-
okay, good.
yeah.
Good, because
They
I don't know
traded
who I
him
have
for,
in fantasy, so.
Oh my God, it escapes me now. Goalie that's been on the Los Angeles Kings for like 15 years, so
I
he's
don't
old. So I don't know what they were doing, but he's gone.
All I know is last year I had Connor McDavid. Now all I know is that I don't know any guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any superstars on my team, and I'm doing okay.
I'm doing good enough, man.
Yeah.
I'm above 500.
Right now, you're in the playoffs.
I'm in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, but
All right, without
Let's-
further ado.
let's get to the dad jokes. We've got dad joke 1. Okay. Here we go. All right. Mary had a little lamb, and the doctor fainted.
Oh, jeez. That is terrible.
It's supposed to be terrible.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be terrible.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I got another one.
Come on, Tim.
Got another one.
Come on.
I discovered a new website. Conjunctivitis.com. Now that's a site for sore eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
Josh is too young to understand a good dad joke.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, Tim. So you didn't get big laughs out of Don either.
The second one was all right.
I mean, I got
just
a little bit
wish-
out of the second one.
You know, we're gonna try to get on the show someday. I don't know if I can do it. It would be so awesome if he'd come on. We could tell dad jokes the whole time.
Yeah.
It would be so awesome. And he's the kind of guy that might come on, actually.
Yeah.
It would be so awesome if we could get Gabe Spiegel from Fox 8. Because that's his thing. Dad jokes. Oh my gosh, all the time. And but the funny thing is the women anchors that are on, they react like Josh. They just sit there like.
Oh, well, they just don't have a sense of
no,
humor.
it's just-
What
that's
was
what-
just said.
But that's what makes it funny. Is
Yeah.
they react like that, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching, right? So
Oh,
I'm sure he's watching
I
the
gotta
show.
tag him on
So
I'll tag him on
yeah,
Twitter.
you can come on the show. We'd love to have you.
He would be so cool to have on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He could even bring his son. His son and him, they do everything. They do a lot of things together. So I think that might be it. We're headed down to state. I'm headed down tomorrow.
Yep.
You and Vicky are headed down on Friday.
Friday
That's when
evening, yep.
Tony's headed down.
I'll log on to the live stream.
Yes, it'll be there. It'll be there.
Good.
I got to call Fran tomorrow and find out what I should use, my credential to get in, my media, or should I use my, I'm the streamer for. So I don't know. I want to find out. I don't want to get all the way down there and.
Or just get there early and walk in the door.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I'll make sure I wear my Buccaneers coat because that's what they recognize.
Yeah.
So, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking. I've never seen Wayne Webb's bowling alley down there either.
Oh, I was there a few months ago.
Pretty nice place.
No.
No,
It's gotten a little bit better.
is it an old bowling alley?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
it's gotten a little bit better.
Okay,
But
It's been around for quite a few years.
yeah.
probably when he was bowling.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure you might go stop in. I'm sure Wayne Webb himself will stop in there.
No,
He might.
did he stop in when you guys were there?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
Does he live down there?
Yeah.
Oh, he lives in Columbus.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. But I think that's it.
That might
You
do
got
it for
anything,
this
Josh?
week.
You got
I
anything
think-
else?
I think that's gonna do it for this week, Tim.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else either. We could go on for hours, but we won't.
Yeah, we.
I think Don's about to freeze to death here.
Yeah.
My hands are frozen.
So, okay, that's it, and we'll see you next week. And go Blue Devils!
Yeah.
Go Tony.
Yes, go Tony.